Hi, this is Clara. Today we are going to learn about sphygmomanometer. Yes, the sphygmomanometer, which is known as the Sphig. Yes, so for short, you can call it Sphig, or you can call it BP monitor or blood pressure monitoring machine. They all work just fine. So I'm going to teach you about the systolic blood pressure, the diastolic blood pressure, and also the pulse. I will also teach you the right way to wear the Sphig if you are alone. Yes, the right way to wear a Sphig if you are alone, and how to understand what you are doing, because a lot of people don't know how to understand the BP reading, so they intend to ignore monitoring their blood pressure. Your parents may have, your grandparents may have, so if you understand what you are checking, you'll be able to know what is wrong with your body. And I want you to understand that with this Sphig, it tells us what is wrong with your heart or your blood vessels. Your heart or your blood vessels. It gives a lot of details. So you may see few readings, but it's explaining a lot going on in your system. Before you check your blood pressure, make sure you are well rested. If you've walked or run, give yourself about 10 minutes before you check your blood pressure. Yes, if not, you may get a wrong reading or a higher reading or an elevated reading, which may be from your walking or your running, yes, which may scare you for nothing. So make sure you are well rested, you sit upright before you check your blood pressure. When you have a Sphig, you see SYS mmHg, meaning systolic pressure measuring in millimeter of mercury, and diastolic pressure DIA, diastolic pressure measuring in millimeter of mercury. And also you see PUL/MIN, meaning pulse per minute. Pulse per minute. Now the systole or the systolic, it measures the pressure in the artery when the heart pumps blood to other parts of the body. When the heart pumps blood to other parts of the body, that is the systole. And the diastole measures the pressure in the artery when the heart relaxes, like a backflow or a return of the blood. So when the heart, the heart constricts and it kind of pumps blood in and out. Yes, so that is what happens in the artery when your heart is pumping blood and when your heart is relaxing. That is the systolic and the diastolic, or systole and diastole. Now, your body is telling you that with the systole, when your heart pumps blood through the artery, yes, it's giving you a rate. It shouldn't be more than 120 millimeter of mercury. When the heart pumps blood, the kind of pressure that should be in your artery, it shouldn't be more than 120. And your diastole, it shouldn't be more than 80, or it should be less than 80. That is what your body is telling you to have a normal blood pressure. When the heart pumps, the pressure shouldn't be more than 120. And when the heart relaxes, the pressure shouldn't be more than 80. So with hypertension, let's say stage 1 hypertension, your body is telling you that when the heart pumps through the arteries, or the pressure in the artery shouldn't be more than 120. Now you are pumping more than 130. So this should tell you the pressure you are putting on your artery. You are pumping, when it pumps like this, it's 130 or above. This should tell you how bad or serious you are putting pressure on your artery. And normally, when your heart is supposed to relax, it's not supposed to be more than 80. But because you're hypertensive, your heart is even relaxing at a pressure rate, or at a high blood pressure rate, which is you are recording more than 90. When your heart is supposed to relax, so you are recording more than 90. This should tell you how much pressure you are putting on your blood vessel. So you can imagine if you are recording more than 140, 150, 160, 180, something that shouldn't be more than 120. Now you are pumping at a rate, or with the pressure in the artery as high as 180 millimeter of mercury or 160 millimeter of mercury. This should tell you how serious high blood pressure is. So this is what happens when these blood vessels in the brain gets tired and unable to, contain the pressure. It breaks and you end up getting a hemorrhagic stroke. Then we have the pulse. The pulse is measured in minutes, so 60 seconds. So the pulse you palpate. There's a place we have your arteries. The arteries are innermost. They are more inner than the veins. So you have to palpate to feel your pulse. And we use 60 seconds to measure. So how many beats you record within 60 seconds? So the normal range is 60 to 100. So if you're recording less than 60, there's a problem. And when you're recording higher than 100, there's a problem. You should always be within range. It doesn't matter whether you're around 90, you're around 70, you're 80. So far as you're within range, you are okay. So I will show you the various areas where you can palpate to measure your pulse. So high blood pressure is not measured within a period of time, or let me put it this way, we don't diagnose high blood pressure by just few days readings. No, you see, some illnesses, some infections can elevate your blood pressure. Once you're okay or your health is okay, your blood pressure will go back to normal. So you can't judge based on that. You need to record for a very long period of time. Yes, so you collect the data and now get the average. So be like, okay, so you've recorded this for a period of time. Yes, now we can say you have hypertension or you don't have hypertension. Don't scare yourself too much. If when you're not feeling well, your blood pressure increases, because even menstruation can increase your blood pressure. Being your menses can increase your blood pressure. So you have to give yourself time. When you do record high blood pressure on frequent occasion, then you should be concerned. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, me, when I go to the hospital, anytime they check, it's high, and you are ignoring. No, it should be of concern. Some people to have what they call white coat effect. When they go to the hospital, that is when their blood pressure elevates. When they are home and they check their blood pressure, it's fine. That is a white coat effect. It only happens when you're at any health center to check your blood pressure. So to get over it, frequent the health center to check your blood pressure. With time, your body gets used to it, and if you are normal, your body will be recording normal. If not, you'll be put on medication, which is not needed. Yes, and now when you're put on medication, please take the medication. We are only reducing the rate of you getting, or it's elevating or escalating into a severe condition. Yes, we are only trying to avoid that. And the guys that don't take their high blood pressure because it will reduce their libido or reduce their sex drive or their time or whatever, please don't. You even if you get stroke, you can't even do it anyway. What if the part of your brain that controls your thing is what is damaged? You still wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So why don't you just take the medicine? You can't do something, and the other medications also help you perform, not the fake ones. They are good medication. If you visit a very good healthcare provider, they will prescribe you with medication that can help you perform. So please, when you are prescribed with these medications, take them. Now, I'm going to show you how to wear the cuff, the BP monitor cuff. I'm going to show you how to wear the BP monitor cuff. 1, you should use your left arm because it's closer to the heart. Yes, your left arm. Straighten your arm. And when you wear the cuff, make sure the cord is in the middle. It shouldn't be at the back. It shouldn't be on the side. It should be at the middle of your arm when you straighten it, just like in the diagram. Then you make sure there's a space between your joint and the cuff, the edge of the cuff. It should be about 1 or 2 centimeters. So let's say 2 centimeters. Yes, make sure there's a space between that. If you do that, you will get the cuff at the heart level. If you are someone with a very long arm, there are people with very long arm, it should be in the middle. To get it at your heart level. This way you can get the sphygm will be at the cuff will be at the heart level. Also, make sure the cuff is not too tight, because when you inflate, it will squeeze to get the pressure. When it's too tight, it will really press on your arm, which is very painful. Yes, which is very painful. So make sure the cuff is not too tight on the person. Yes, that way, or on yourself. That way, you get the correct reading. When the cuff is too tight, you may get a wrong reading. Thank you for listening to me today. Bye.